So we are on call 24 hours a day. We have 3 shifts here, A, B, and C. We are on C shift right now. This is our home away from home every 3 days. Men and women you're working with, these are your family members. How we train, the way we live together here, you really can rely and trust one another.
We ran 5 calls.
Okay.
We didn't use anything we were going to use. When we come off shift, which is this morning, we do a handoff, passover to the oncoming crew. And we'll say what we used, what kind of calls we went on, just kind of go over everything so they know when they get into the rescue, everything's good.
One of the first things we want to do is make sure we get all of our gear on here right away. So that way the off-going crew doesn't catch a late call. Somebody's got a long night, then the last thing I want to do is stay a couple extra hours when they're tired.
Every department has a check off, like you see Tyler doing over there right now. He's going through every box, every bag, checking that drugs are good, that they're still in date. We're prepared for any call that comes in.
It's always a good idea to actually physically get your hands on everything that's in the rescue, so that way when you do end up having a call, it's just muscle memory. You can just go ahead and reach for things as you're not even thinking about it.
For us, it's not always work time. We'll be training, studying, cooking, eating, working out. So the kitchen gets utilized a lot. That's where we'll have our round tables. We solve world peace there. When it comes, it's, right at it. There's no hesitation. We're out the door, ready to get some. We get the pre-alerts, we have no clue what it is. It could be a structure fire with 18 houses involved, or it could be us just going to a lift assist and picking someone off the ground.
Usually it's just myself and the patient back here, as long as they're a stable patient. But if the patient's unstable and we need some help, we can sometimes have 3 extra personnel in here, or sometimes 4, and just dictating whatever the call needs. Sometimes they're combative, sometimes they're cardiac arrest, or sometimes it's just a critical patient that nice to have an extra set of hands in case something goes south. So even though we're an emergency vehicle, and we still have to use due care whenever we're going through any kind of intersection with our lights and sirens, doesn't basically give us free ride. There are a lot more distracted drivers out there these days, which is quite frustrating. Even when we're responding to incidents, we've got this incredible vehicle out there that's got all these awesome lights on it and sirens and air horns, and people are still sometimes completely oblivious. I have one last year, so fortunately somebody wasn't paying attention. The rescue was able to see what's going on, but still the lady ran into him head on. So thankfully there were no injuries. I have not been in one of those things. I don't want to jinx ourselves today.
These rescues are awesome. We've had incidents where people will pull out in front of us and there has been collisions, and the drivers and the passengers have come across uninjured for the most part. These rescues handle great. I've been in the back when people are driving and they're super smooth.
I've been a paramedic at this Station 82 for 15 years. Most of my time is spent on the rescues. I can tell you, this rescue is awesome. It meets all of our needs that we have here at the station. This rescue is well insulated. With that being said, you don't hear a lot of outside noise, a lot of outside traffic, and it is quiet back here, which is nice when we're having to listen to lung sounds on the patient. We need to be quiet back here, and the less noise makes that easier for us to do.
But these things are huge, they're well lit, there's enough space, you can get your hands in there, you can see around things to grab stuff.
We're all pretty happy with what we have here. Very functional for us, gets the job done.
I've been working for the city of Northport for a little over 25 years, and about 20 years of that I've been privileged to have a part in ordering these rescues and speccing them out. We cover a lot of the interstate here in Northport, also US 41, which is a very dangerous corridor. And the lighting on this was very important to us. The visibility was a big concern. We have all the updated lights on this. We also have these lights that actually light up the whole rescue on the bottom. We got away from using the light bar on these rescues. We have a cool bar on top, and that has worked really well for us.
I've had a little bit of experience outside of these ambulances. These are the best ones I've ever been in.
Every rescue that we buy is custom made. This took many, many hours to design it specifically to the needs of Northport Fire Rescue.
This rescue is well lit up at night. With our federal queue and the rumbler that we have, along with our lights, they can hear us coming and feel us.
High winds and heavy rain, and these things ride well, they sit well.
It's just made our day-to-day operations and day-to-day call running much easier for both ourselves and for the patient too.